Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got just 7 really simple tips on how to increase your skills as a moderator within Discord. I think that, a lot of people are moderators and stuff on Discords, but a lot of people don't really know how to do it. So this is kind of going to be a little mini series, I guess, which I'm going to start on this channel. Now, there's going to be lots of different types of videos, including, this one, how to be a better and better moderator, how to manage a Discord staff team, how to be a better admin, how to manage bots, channels, permissions, stuff like that. I think that there's not really any types of videos on how to do these types of things. So I think that this is going to be the beginning. There's going to be lots of videos on this subject, obviously including any other Discord videos which I make. But there'll be a link to this playlist in the description below, so you can come and check it out whenever there's been a new video uploaded to it. Anyway, we're going straight into it. The first thing I have here for you is to improve and increase your own personal moderation skills. Having a Discord moderation team is great, but if you're not a good moderator yourself, then you can't really be a good role model for your moderators. And, I've just got a few tips here within each little subsection here, which I believe are, really good tips for you to increase your own moderation and moderation within your server overall. So my first one here is just to give any user, the benefit of the doubt. There's no need to instantly assume people are guilty, because that does nothing for your server, for you, or for the members of the community. Always be honest about how you're moderating or the situation itself, because if you're not, then it can always get out. You yourself could eventually be pushed out of the staff team by the management. Be truthful, don't lie about anything. There's no need to. And always assume that people are in the right. Always assume that people are telling the truth until you have proof otherwise. Obviously, if you've got proof, then that's a whole nother story. But, there's no need to instantly assume guilt where there's not. And, and the next thing on the list here is to have a good server moderation bot. If you've got a good moderation bot within your server, then that can easily complement, number one, yourself, number two, your staff team, your moderators, your admins. It just allows everything to run a lot more smoother, so that, if people aren't online, moderation still happens and the users aren't conflicting with the rules, etc., etc. So 3 options here I've got for you: Dino, Me6, Aperture. Some people use Carbot. I personally don't like it. Dino is very intuitive. It's got a lot of commands, a lot of permissions you can really dive into and check. Same with Me6. I personally prefer Dino. The only issue with Dino is that its uptime recently has been very, very horrific. Me6 is a bit lesser intuitive and in-depth, but uptime is generally great. And Aperture is a bot I actually only heard of recently. It was apparently made by an ex-Discord staff, which has currently been taken off. But Aperture is a clone of that bot, and obviously it's live, and it seems to be a really confusing bot to set up. But once you've got it set up, it seems to be really, really good. And, if you've got a good moderation bot, then that generally equals to good server moderation overall, and of course that's obviously amazing. So the next thing I've got here is just about maturity, really. Like, just be mature overall. There's no need to be immature in any situation, Discord or otherwise, in my opinion. Don't ban people just because they annoy you. Don't be immature and ban people just for the sake of it, just because you don't like them or whatnot. Don't get annoyed of something or a situation just because you didn't like it or you didn't like the situation surrounding it. And, if the user or the situation surrounding it isn't breaking any rules, then there's no need for you to take action, because that would then come under bias, and there's no need. You should just detach yourself and your personal views from the situation and just be mature, take it unbiased, and the situation and the moderation overall will be 100% better. Always try to learn and hear the context from all sides before you take action on the situation, so that you can fully understand what has happened before you decide if action needs to be taken on, whatever it is that has happened. Always have a good set of rules. Any server, any type of community isn't going to go well if you don't have rules or guidelines in place. Always have a good set of rules so that your moderators, your staffs, and I assume your admins would be creating them, know what to do in certain situations. It gives them a guideline of how to handle situations better, so that they know what action needs to be taken in what situation. It lets them know what punishments to give for each rule as well. you should make sure that they're fully aware of that. Like, I personally have certain rule sections where my admins and my staff know what punishment to take for certain rules. A lot of it is just self-explanatory, but as you get to learn the rules and you complement your staff team with them, everything will fall into place and everyone will understand what action should be taken for what. Always have fun and don't be abusive. If you're having fun, then this will definitely show your personality to the members of the community. It won't show that you're a keyboard warrior and you're not gonna, talk shit behind the keyboard and then not do anything, because there's no need. If you're having fun and being cool to them, they're going to be on your side and they're going to back you. They're going to enjoy having you as a moderator, admin, staff, whatever. It will let you gel and vibe with the other people there, and they won't hate you. You won't dislike moderating for them. And I'm not the best moderator, but generally in the communities I'm in, I like to be cool with the users, take action when necessary, don't go overboard. This generally allows you to have a lot more fun in actually moderating, and it allows the other people to have fun in the server and not feel that you're being abusive or you're being kind of rude or mean to them, etc., etc. Always communicate with your community and communicate with your staff and with yourself. I always find that communities I'm in, they don't communicate with staff a lot. Always make sure that you're communicating with your staff, whether this be some sort of promotion, a demotion, whether this be, new bots that are going to be implemented, new rules that are going to be implemented. Just make sure that you're communicating with them so that they know what's going through your mind in terms of server moderation and the future of the server. Make sure that you're communicating with the community so that if they have questions or you have questions you want to ask them, you guys can all talk and, understand it better. Everyone should be working as a team here to better the future of the community, and that, you can all make it better together. Make sure that the rules are very detailed so that people can understand, and that if people need clarification on, make sure you clarify it, maybe go back and edit the rule so it's more simpler to read, etc., etc. Make sure that when you're moderating, make sure that you attach proof, evidence through your moderation, maybe in your ban reason or your mute reason. Make sure you provide accurate reasons as to why. Maybe add some proof and evidence into there so that if the user needs to be looked up on in the future, people will know why certain moderation action was taken against that user. Now, my very last point here before I let you go is to understand when progressive discipline is bad and to moderate flexibly. Now, what I mean by this is that sometimes people will progressively increase punishments depending on the moderation. Now, you should have a discipline system that is set up to teach users, not punish them. The average users will be able to realize, hey, I've done something wrong, and they'll generally try their best to rectify whichever rule they've broken or whatever action they've taken without needing further punishment. Generally a warn or whatever will be sufficient, and that user will say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I broke your rule, didn't mean to, didn't read it properly, let's go on, let's continue from here. Everyone makes mistakes because we're all human. And you should definitely be working with your staff and your administration team to understand the rules and interpret them to each situation to be fair and collective. Because, rather than constantly warning, increasing to long mutes and then banning, that generally is the accepted system across Discord. However, this doesn't always increase the rules moderation against the server. Generally trying to teach and learn the users in the Discord on the rules, what they broke, how to rectify it in the future. That will generally always be better. Anyway, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, be sure to slap the video a like button. Make sure to comment down below if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more future uploads. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. I hope you guys enjoyed.